Hello everybody, Glass Half Dead here. Let's just get straight into it. I'm excited. Let's do it. New kill team replaces points with a fast, finely balanced list building system. Yes, I know that my green screen isn't as good as yesterday. No, I don't know what happened. It's still really hot, but I've been body shamed into not wearing a tank top. So if I just pass out and die at some point, just go with it. Kill Team Octarius. Unless you've been in really deep cover over the last few weeks, you'll be aware that there's a new kill team coming. I was aware of that, thank you. And that the rules are all changing in some really exciting ways. So far we've seen how your operative stats now work, as well as how you shoot and fight in close combat. Today, however, is a big one. Here's how you actually assemble your kill team. They're right, this is a big one. Quick shout out, Chaos on the right here. That doesn't, we already knew they were going to be Chaos Marines, but whatever. Okay, so if you can't tell, I haven't read this yet. So, let's do it. Points are officially a thing of the past. No points. A balance, on the other hand, most certainly is not. Because while you're no longer using raw numbers to buy operatives into your list, the designers have effectively baked your operatives points values into the way you pick your rosters. Asterisk. Now again, I haven't read this yet. There you go. That's my idea. Let's see if that's what it turns out to be. Let's scroll down. Oh, there's so much. Okay. They have thought about it all quite hard. We've even heard there's an algorithm. An algorithm? Okay, well, to do the thing that I just said, you wouldn't need an algorithm, so let's keep going. It's an elegant system that makes list building quicker and easier while still giving you loads of ways to customize your kill teams. It's a bit of a departure from Warhammer roster building you might be familiar with. So like a veteran Kriegsman with a lifetime supply of trench shovels, let's dig in a little deeper. The two teams that you get in Kill Team Octarius box are complete game-ready forces, and you can build both with a range of specialists. In fact, you can field up to 9 distinct specialists and a leader on either team, giving you access to a whole array of very cool loadouts and special actions. Importantly, the two sides are designed to be evenly matched no matter which options you pick. Now, before I read this, of course, I have to do something very important, so it's taken this long, guys. If you're a subscriber to my channel, I'd like to give you a big circle hello. What is a circle hello? Well, it's very wholesome, and basically it's a weird meta thing that's just me asking you to subscribe. But it's like, it means two, it's a thing. If you would like a circle hello in the next video, subscribe, leave a comment right now, that'd be awesome. Okay, should I read this? I guess, I'll read the picture. Operatives, 1 commando knob. Operatives selected from the following list: equipped with a slugger and big chopper, equipped with a slugger and power claw. Okay, so commando knob and then 9 commandos. Operatives selected from the following list. Okay, and so then you can pick from that list. So he's selected 1 commando knob, and then essentially you just pick which loadout you want, and that's your leader. And then all of these are individual specialists, different data sheets. It's only the commando knob that you're picking how that one model is loaded out. Commando boy, operatives can be equipped up to 9 times, or can be selected up to 9 times, and each option above can be selected once. Commando boy operative right at the top there, you can take 9 of them. If you want to just have commando boys, you can. Otherwise, you can take 1 of everything. And while there are many options for these two teams from the get-go, you can look forward to a similar depth of options when building kill teams with other factions for one-off battles and campaign play. First, you create a roster of up to 20 operatives, noting down any specialism and specific choice of war gear they have. That's how we currently do it, that's fine. You pick a kill team from the pool of operatives on your roster for every mission you play. In essence, you're assembling a hand-picked squad of specialists from those available to you to best achieve the mission's parameters. So what do we have here? Name, faction keyword, 3 selectable keyword, the selected keyword of operatives of your operatives that have a selectable keyword. Okay, so obviously they've put Krieg here because they're doing Krieg Guardsman. This is the sub-faction, chaps. This is the sub-faction, so it'll be Krieg there, it could be Cadian, could be Catachan, on Space Marines, could be Blood Angels, Space Wolves, etc. 4, your list of operatives specified by their type. So here we see Sergeant, Gunner, Sniper, Confident, Zealot, Medic, Comms, Demo, Hardened, Bruiser, Trooper. And then 5 is going to be their war gear. Notes for your operatives, any weapon options you have selected. So we've got Plasma, Power Weapon, Grenade Launcher, Melter Gun, Plasma Gun, Flamer. Those are all on the gunners, okay. Confidant, Bolt Gun, Bayonet. Depending on your faction, kill teams need to be divided into 1 or 2 specialised groups called fire teams. Ah. Are they about to say a sideboard, essentially? Some factions can deploy 2 fire teams in a single... Oh, I was wrong. Alright, immediately wrong. Great. In a single mission, while others hit the drop zone with 1. An Astral Minotaur kill team, for example, can bring 2 fire teams, giving them a numerical advantage over an Adeptus Astartes kill team who can only field 1, meaning they have more tools for every job in more combinations. Okay, guys, this isn't going to be a short video. Let's do it. An Imperial Guard kill team consists of 2 fire teams selected from the following list. Quick note, this is an Imperial Guard team. This isn't, from what we've seen, the Veteran Guards team, which is what the Krieg actually are. However, they are confirming here Guardsmen, Tempestus, Scions in the initial release, so that's good. Archetype Security, I assume that's a fluff thing. Guardsman Fire Team. A Guardsman Fire Team includes 7 Guardsman operatives selected from the following list. Guardsman Trooper, Guardsman Comms, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Gunners. And you can pick a Flamer, Grenade Launcher, Melter Gun, Plasma Gun, Sniper Rifle. Other than Guardsman Trooper operatives, each Guardsman Fire Team can only include up to 3 of the operatives above. Other than Guardsman Trooper operatives, your kill team can only include each operative above once. Let's keep reading. Maybe they explain more. I'll double back. If your kill team does not include any other leader operatives, instead of selecting 1 Guardsman Trooper operative from 1 Guardsman Fire Team, you can select 1 Guardsman Sergeant operative equipped with 1 option from each of the following. Bolt pistol, blah blah blah. Okay. Generally speaking, the less imposing the operative, the more of them you will get in a fire team. For example, in 1 fire team, the Death Guard could take up to 3 Plague Marines or 8 Poxwalkers. What's more, each fire team has its own rules on how many specialists you can bring along, which means the days of facing 12 or more plasma-toting Astral Minotaur Guardsmen are, mercifully, long gone. Did we ever do 12? I think 8 was standard, but okay. But what if you want even more customization options? What about special equipment? What about rare equipment you can requisition or even capture as your kill team campaign rolls on? They're going to cut here and say, come back tomorrow. We'll let you know as soon as we learn more. That's not quite come back tomorrow, but okay. Either way, we're biding our time preparing for the mighty Team Octarius box to arrive. That's up for pre-order next month, if you weren't aware, guys. In the meantime, have a look at blah, 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 blah. Okay. Alright, let's circle back a little bit. Okay, you're watching this one with me, guys. I believe what they're saying is that they have decided for each faction, these are the models these are the things you can take, right? So let's use this as the obvious example, right? So Guardsman Fire Team, a regular Imperial Guard, you have access to this, although they don't have any Tempestus Scions. So what this Guardsman Fire Team right here is, I assume, has to be, they took a roster like this, and then they down selected, and this is the 1 fire team, because that's not all the Imperial Guard can take. They might have another fire team which is filled with only Scions, perhaps, or presumably you can double up a fire team. They said you could take 2 fire teams, and then how are they balancing that then? Is it just going, okay, so here it is specifying this fire team can take X. So a standard Imperial Guard team roster will involve, let's do it, so you can have other Guardsman Trooper operatives, each Guardsman fighting go 3 of the operatives above. So you can take 3 apart from the Trooper, include each operative above only once. Okay, how many Troopers can I take? 7. So the standard fire team for the Guard, if I'm doing the maths right, is 3 Gunners and then 4 Guardsman Troopers. Okay, but then you can take 2 fire teams, so 14 models. That's what we're looking at. That might include a leader, or it might not include a leader. Is that roughly what we were looking at in Kill Team of old? I think that, yeah, that's not crazy. Generally, you'd have quite an expensive team, because obviously these days we were using Gottfried and Guard and spamming special weapons, so it was actually a smaller team than it naturally should be, perhaps. So, okay, interesting. So, an Imperial Guard team, please correct me if I'm wrong, is 14 models, because it's 2 fire teams, and it seems that each fire team is going to be this. Now, if we go and look at Death Guard, just as an example here, generally speaking, the less imposing the operatives, the more of them you can get in a fire team. For example, in one fire team, the Death Guard could take up to 3 Plague Marines or 8 Poxwalkers. Interesting. So, my question then, of course, has to be, if the Astra Militarum, Space Marines, whatever they're called, Adeptus Astartes, are limited, a single fire team, are the Death Guard as well? Or maybe the Death Guard will have some rule where, if Fire Team X has any Plague Marines in, then Fire Team Y cannot. And so you would essentially end up with one of your fire teams being 3 Plague Marines and the other being 8 Poxwalkers. And then the only difference would be how you kit out each model. Okay, that's my takeaway. I found it. So the takeaway is from this that each team you face, when you go into a tournament, or just somebody, and they say, I'm taking Grey Knights, you know the exact number of models that player is going to have on the board. You don't know which models they'll be taking, but you know the number of models. That's interesting. When they take Astra Militarum, you know they have 14 models on the board. And then presumably you can do that for every single faction, I would assume, right? So like if you're facing Tau, they're going to be, they're going to be 2 fire teams. One of them's going to be maybe the same as Guard, like 7 models, and then the other's going to be 7 models, something like that. Interesting. And then what will also be interesting, because as far as I could tell from what little we know, there's no need for them to do that. So I assume that the way you deploy a fire team isn't going to be identical. What I mean by that is in Warcry, they had a thing where on a deployment card, there were different, before every match, you would split your team up into 3 groups. So you'd have shield, dagger, and hammer. Obviously in this, we're going to have triangle, circle, and square. No, we're not. You split your team up, and then you always put down one of them first. They always started on the board, and then at some point in the game, I think it was random, you would drop down your other 2 teams. Is it going to be the same here? Everybody starts with 1 fire team on the board, and then turn 2, there is a different deployment zone for other fire teams? That'd be interesting. They haven't said that. I'm just explaining to you how a Warcry mechanic worked. And then, and the only reason I say that is because let's hypothesize that this is fixed, right? I mean, that's what this seems to imply. This is fixed. So why not just say that one Astra Militarum fire team is 14 models? Why say you are 7 models, but you can take 2? Because they've made it custom, it's not like that's a generic rule. It's not like every fire team is 7 models. Okay, but the weak factions take 2, right? They've already said, for the Adeptus Astartes, you're not taking 7 models. Like that, clearly, you can clearly see that here. They're not going to be allowed 7 models. They're going to be allowed, are they? They didn't say that. They just said, they didn't say, no, okay, yeah, okay. They said it with the Death Guard. This is very interesting, but as we know, guys, this is drip-fed rules. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8 Tau there. Okay. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. Guys, I'm not smart enough to know what this means. I have 3 years of experience with Kill Team. This isn't Kill Team. It might share the name, but this is not Kill Team. This is a whole new game. I'm not saying that in a negative way at all, obviously. From the looks of it, this seems like just a generally better designed game. I don't know what I'm doing. Guys, tell me, what does this mean? Did I get everything right there? I've nattered for too long. I'm gonna wrap this up. But this is interesting, and I want to know more. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I'm done with my random speculations. Thank you very much for watching. If you watch all the way to the end, it really helps a small channel like mine out. And don't worry, it's coming. It's coming, boys. It's coming. That's what. Focus. If you've watched till the end of the video, I'd like to give you a big square hello. Is it square? It's not circle, is it? Thank you very much. Really helps a small channel like mine out. I was going to show you a bunch of hobby that I've done, but I can't because it's gone on too long. If you want to see some hobby, I've been doing a bit of terrain from the old Necromunda Dark Uprising box because I figured I need to have terrain. That's the only thing I know I can build in Kill Team, right? I know I'm going to need terrain to make sexy shots on the board for you guys, right? So I've done a bit of terrain. There you go. Alright. Hey, did you know that I also would like you to join my Discord and my Facebook and my Patreon? If you didn't, consider it. Anyway, this has been Glass Update. I hope you've had a good day and continue to have a good day. Tell me what any of this means, please. Thank you. Goodbye.